Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Commodities Weekly Update with me, your host and guide Ravindra Rao from Kotak Securities. Well, commodities once again witnessed a volatile trade as market players assessed impact of higher inflation on growth and monetary policy. But most of the commodities ended on a lower note as monetary tightening debate intensified and pushed the US dollar index to July 2020 highs. Inflation remained in focus as UK CPI and German PPI data showed bigger than expected rise in prices. This came after a bigger than expected readings from US, China, and Japan a week ago. The US dollar index has now jumped to July 2020 highs as market players assessed economic data and central bank comments to gauge monetary policy of Fed and other central banks. Technically, dollar index has moved above the resistance of 95.90, and it is currently trading near 96.50-55. It is approaching the next resistance level of 97.97.10, which is a good possibility, and from there we might see some kind of a corrective move coming in a dollar index, and that might support gold prices as well. Even the bond yields have risen to 1.632. This is the 10-year bond yields. So that is what is pressurizing commodities, especially precious metals. COMEX gold has rallied more than $100 from the low set in early November and tested June highs of near 1880 per ounce last week. However, it has failed onto the gains and ended lower last week. We expected it to test $19.20 an ounce, but it has fallen short of that level. And gold has again been pressurized this week. The start of the week yesterday, it fell close to 1800 on increased expectation of Fed's monetary tightening post confirmation of Jerome Powell as Fed chair for the second consecutive term. Fed's tightening expectation has pushed US dollar index and bond yields both higher as mentioned earlier, and that is what is weighing on the gold. Although a sharp correction has brought a halt to recent momentum, base trend in gold still looks positive, and it is likely that we may see choppy trade in the near term before a fresh up move is seen. We may see volatility persisting until next Fed meeting in mid-December, and market players may look at economic data and Fed comments to get more clarity on the central bank stance. Technically, gold has moved below the all-important level of $1835, 1836 on spot basis, which was the breakout level last week, and because of that, we had seen a sharp up move in gold prices till $1880. Now it is trading below that, but it is trading close to the 200-day, 252-day EMA on daily charts, which is close to 1804 per ounce. So we expect it might take a support at that level, and it might once again move higher, and it might again try to reach 1834, 1835, and that should be taken out if the dollar corrects from higher levels. Strong support now is at 1790 below 1804, and if it goes below that, then it might turn neutral. Otherwise, still the bullish trend may persist. In case of silver, international silver has moved lower till 24.29 after breaking out above the inverse HNS. The right shoulder support is far low towards 2340. So until that holds, the inverse HNS breakout still holds, and we might see prices moving higher. We had mentioned last week that there is a 252-day resistance near 252-day moving average resistance near 25.40, and if it doesn't breach, then we might see a slight dip, and that has happened. So now 2340 remains a crucial support in silver, $23.40. If that is not taken out, then the inverse HNS may still be valid, and the short-term bullish trend would still be active. Coming to energies, in crude also the upside momentum has taken a pause as we saw a good bout of profit taking in last few sessions. We may see some extended losses in crude. However, a sustained decline seems difficult as global market remains tight. Weighing on price, crude prices, expectation that the US and other consumers may release stock from emergency reserve to ease prices. China has already taken measures to control coal prices and may continue with the effort to keep a check on price. Also on supply front, US crude production and rig activity has jumped to 2020 highs, showing improving production interest. Efforts are also being made to restart talks to revive Iran's nuclear deal. On demand front, optimism about US economy and easing virus related restrictions in some countries has improved a demand prospect. On the other hand, concerns about Chinese economy amid economic slowdown and stress on property sector has dented demand outlook. While volatility is likely to remain high in energy, we don't expect a sustained decline as US and other countries may not take aggressive measures to limit energy prices amid improving US supply and challenges to demand outlook. Technically, there was a head and shoulder break in crude oil, and the target has already met. So we expect that it NYMEX crude might take support near 74.50 $75. This is WTI crude, and we might once again see a bounce back towards 78 $79. In case of MCX, prices have come down till 5,600 odd levels, and we expect a support near 5,600 to 5,550, and there is a possibility it might move up till 5,800 to 850. So it is just a bounce back that we are expecting, and then it might go into consolidation. In case of natural gas, price has been in that tight range of 388 on the MCX, and on the lower side the 348 47 remains to be a good support. So it is trading in that very range. In natural gas also there is head and shoulder break, but the price needs to sustain about 348 for it to further fall towards 334 332. Till then, this range is expected to continue, and the upside resistance remains at 388 390. Finally, in case of base metals, we saw a mixed trade. Nickel was the only gainer in the pack last week as inventories at Shanghai warehouses slipped by 20%, while LME stocks hovered at 2-year lows. LME copper prices fell 0.7% as home prices in China declined in October for the first time since March 2015, highlighting a deepening property slump in world's second largest economy. Other metals were also lower last week, so it looks like it might trade in a broad range again this week. In copper, we expect a possible range of 710 on the lower side, and on the higher side 746 750 would act as the cap. 708 709 remains a good support, and if that is taken out we might see further fall in copper prices. Otherwise, we expect this range to continue. In case of nickel on the MCX, 1545 1550 remains a strong resistance, and 1470 remains a strong support, and it has been trading in this channel since long. And if it sustains above 1545 1550 on a closing, then we might see prices further moving up till 1580 to 1600 level. On the data front, we have this week we have flash PMIs from Germany, from Eurozone, from US, that will be looked at, and we also have the US the FOMC minutes that will be released this week. So that will be very crucial before the next month's FOMC meeting. So traders will be looking at the FOMC minutes to take a further cue on the monetary stance. So that will be crucial, and that might bring in volatility in commodities again. So that's all. We expect precious metals to take support this week, and there is a possibility it might give a bounce back. Crude might give a bounce back this week, and it might move to $77.78 WTI. And in case of base metals, nickel looks positive if it closes above 1545, 1550, and copper looks to be trading in a range. Well, that's all on this edition. Good luck and trade safe.